Hello everyone. Wait for one or two people to get on here. And I can do my little talky thing for you whilst I do the washing up. Got my marigolds on today. Chancellor has just announced his plans for the self-employed. I know a few people in that situation who are going to be a little bit pleased and also a little bit concerned because 10 weeks is a very long time. But hopefully, with the other measures that they've put in place, there won't be that much of a long-standing issue. Hope you all had a good day. The sun has been shining again. I've actually had a productive day. I hope everyone that watched the stream yesterday, hello Helen, enjoyed the what I was talking about yesterday about taking it easy, being like switching off and actually looking after yourself and not putting any pressure on yourself. However, there are some people that tune into these things who still want to know about, well, what if I do want to achieve all those things and I do want to think about productivity and I want to think about what to do next and what to like how to plan for the future. And at the moment it's a very difficult thing because we don't really know what the future holds. Usually when we make plans for ourselves and we think, right, when I achieve or get to point A, B, then I know that C is coming. Whereas at the moment, particularly for a lot in my creative community, we don't really know what's going to happen next. So take, for example, the actors out there. I've had a few auditions. I've had 3 shows cancelled already this year. And there's a lot of anxiety around what's going to happen in the latter part of the year because no one really knows when this thing's going to come to an end and when we can start looking forward. And the impact of that is that we're not really taking, well, it's not that we're not taking them, it's just that it's very hard to motivate yourself to want to do anything because there is no end, there is no goal. So if you can't identify the goal, then how do you know what are the steps you need to take to get there, with it just being a bit whimsical? So I'll be honest, it's only really today where I've sat down at my computer and haven't just done my job, as it were, and I've actually had that spark and I've had that little bit of fire and I've had that feeling of, oh, you know what, I've got things to do, I've got things to look forward to, and I've got things to start planning and yeah, working towards, even though I don't know when they're going to come to fruition. And I'll probably talk more about that either later on in this one, or I'll talk about it at a later date. But I have taken some steps today which I'm really proud of in relation to doing my own thing, which I'm quite proud of. But other than that, if up until this week you were a bit like me and you were having difficulty with thinking about, yeah, I need to do these steps, I need to do A, B, C so I can get to X, Y, Z because of the current situation, it's normal, because it's not really how we're planned to achieve our goals. Our goals rely on us having an outcome. And in these unprecedented, uncertain times, to coin a well-used phrase at the moment, yes, I'm washing up to all of you that have just joined in, then we don't know what the, hello Sabrina, we don't know what these goals look like. We don't know when the visualization that we're going to adopt is actually going to come to fruition. And because we can't imagine that, because everything still feels so surreal and everything still feels like we're trapped, what's the point in getting your hopes up towards an outcome when we feel that that's an outcome that's not actually going to happen? And what I'm going to say is that happens to us all the time. We're always making goals that we never really think are going to happen, and yet we make goals anyway. Hello.
Hello.
Abigail's in the room.
How are you?
Talking about goals, Abigail.
Oh, I have a goal.
You have a goal?
To reach the end of my placement.
To reach the end of your placement.
Yeah.
And you've been working hard towards that one today as well, haven't you?
I truly have. I've been very proactive.
Well done.
Thank you.
So the difference between Abigail's goals and the generic goals that I'm talking about here are that, well, no, it's good. This is a good counter, Abigail, because you can visualise your goal.
I can.
Because within social services,
yes,
you can see your role in there.
Yep.
And in your circumstances right now, you know the right people that you need to talk to, you know the offices that they work in, you know what the hospital looks like.
Yep.
But I was just saying that there's a lot of people, me included, who kind of lost the productivity to want to actually do anything.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's kind of like I've got a few self-tapes that I need to do. I know other people have got self-tapes to do. And it's hard to motivate yourself to do them when you don't know when any of the things are going to come to fruition.
Correct.
But I'm explaining that that's normal.
It is. I get like that sometimes.
And particularly when it's so clearly defined, because the point I'm making is we always do that. Your visualization isn't actually real. It's just easier to visualize because you've seen the space. However, for the rest of us, and particularly those of us in these uncertain times, we can't visualize it because we can't put on productions and shows and choir rehearsals and choir concerts whilst we're locked in our houses. Although I have seen a video this morning of a choir rehearsal via Zoom, which is amazing. So when you're looking at like backstage, they'll send me emails for auditions, and you look at it and you think, well, what's the point? And the point is that one day it is going to get back to normal, and you still need to use your visualization skills, and you still need to think about what it is you want to achieve and who you need to achieve it with, and you need to make up the scenario and actually live it. You need to visualize it. And we're in a situation now where things are going to be done differently, so you could visualize it how you actually want to do it and not how you think it should be done, because everything is changing anyway. So for those of you that are watching, does anyone have any questions or thoughts on what me and Abigail have been talking about whilst I'm washing this bowl? For those of you that just joined in. Well, it's one little thing that I can actually do.
It's a little goal.
It is a little goal. Little
I'm
task.
happy about the goal.
I bet you are, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, this is Abigail.
I am happy that he's seeing to the washing up goal.
Well, one
I have been doing a lot of washing up.
You have.
So I'm happy. And I've done work today. I've done emails.
You've done emails, you've done your calls.
Lots of calls.
So yeah, so that's kind of all I really wanted to talk about in this video. It was about goal setting and producing your own momentum. I mentioned that the other day as well, about people often wait for things to happen to kick off momentum, whereas we're actually responsible for creating that starting point in the first place, which some people often forget because we're often driven by other people. Oh, you should do this. Okay, I will. Whereas the most important person for starting any task or any motivation is yourself. So if you're having difficulty with basically kicking your butt,
little steps is important.
Little steps.
Writing it down.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Our goal this evening is to go on a little exercise, because we're allowed.
Our
One
sanctioned exercise.
And we're going to do a little list, and we're going to do a weekly shop.
Yes, Tallulah's picked dishes for us as well.
Fantastic.
Chicken pie.
Yum.
Barbecue chicken wrap.
Yum.
And a veggie dish which has popcorn on it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Also, Abs, do you mind just showing your t-shirt?
Oh. I accept.
I accept. So those of you that might not know about I accept,
there is new branding, by the way.
Yeah, this is a vintage t-shirt.
This is hello boobs, I accept. We're now this sort of more up.
Yeah, the logo's been raised. It's a different style logo. It's a solid white. And you could get that at HelloTomDyerShop.com. I didn't expect to be plugging that today, but as you're there wearing it.
Mugs, flip-flops, towels, caps, hats, jackets.
And how many of those t-shirts do you wear, Abigail?
I have 3 on the go at the moment, and I intend to buy the new versions.
The new version.
Coming soon.
And what do you like about them, Abigail?
They are super duper comfortable.
Super duper comfortable.
Yeah, they are.
And what does I accept mean to you, Abs?
Well, when I first wore them in public, it looked like I was accepting God, because I was going to America. And when I was walking down the aisle of the plane, I did feel that it was really on display. But now you just need to accept what you just need to accept about yourself. Accepting yourself. That's what's important. And what's important to you. that's my little Abigail's anecdote.
Well, thank you very much. I'm definitely snipping that and using that later on.
There you go.
There you go. So that's exactly the mantra behind I accept. Get her on an advert. That is now an advert. So thank you, Abigail.
Mum's at home looking rough as hell.
So yeah, accept who you are, accept that you're individual, accept your quirks, your flaws, and also your good things, and your obsessions and your passions. And yeah, that's what I accept is all about. If you go to HelloTomDyerShop.com, then you'll see a whole range of different things there. So I try and mix it up. But yes, if you are feeling down in the dumps and that you're not being as motivated as you want to be, yesterday I gave you permission to kind of not do anything until the end of the weekend. Still do that if you're not ready. But if you do want to kind of kick your butt, you need to do one little thing. So do one little thing, write about who you want to be. That's weird. Abigail Dyer is watching. Yes, she is. So yeah, if you are ready to start taking steps, take little steps, write the future that you want, not the one that you think is going to happen. So that involves, particularly for creatives like myself, it's being out of lockdown and actually living and breathing what it is you want to do, and start taking those little steps now, because they're all going to accumulate. What's going to happen when all of this is lifted is you're going to have a lot of people that were sat on their bums doing nothing thinking, now's my time. Whereas who you're competing with are the people who have been sat there, who have been reading and rehearsing and doing, in my case, monologues and different bits and pieces. So hit the ground running as soon as those front doors are allowed to be opened. And yeah, I will leave you with that.
Can I just, hello, I'd just like to make an announcement. I want you to stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives. Thank you.
What better place to finish? Thank you so much, everyone. Have a glorious golden sunset evening. Bye.